Hello everybody, today we are back. We are not going to be playing any of the updated characters today because, number one of them is Kira, and I just fucking did that last week, so... We're going to be playing Zul today. This is a Stormlight game. I am going to do my best to tell you how to draft, how to play, and how to think about this character. But today's team comps: Leoric, Zul, Li Ming, Johanna, Alexstrasza versus Imperius, Vala, Zeratul, Auriel, and Muradin. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not entirely sure why we got the Leoric in draft, but I did pick Zul before that, so brain hurts. Zul fits into a lot of comps these days, and it's because of his renewed ability to team fight, in that the dev team gave him the ability to create skeletons with his Q, which is his Spectral Scythe. Spawning a skeletal warrior when hitting enemy heroes. Those do not count towards our maximum, which is, I believe, at the moment, 3. The other thing about Zul is that he was broken. Just hard broken with the amount of damage and stuff that he can do, prior to a couple health nerfs and a couple cooldown nerfs, and he's just been getting brought back down over the last couple patches. But I still think he is absolutely busted tier and really pickable in 9 out of 10 situations. So specifically in our draft, our Johanna is very good at lumping people together. Our Li Ming really wants to kill people as they have gone down. Again, the Leoric, I'm not super sure. He's double soaking, while I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna die? I'm gonna die. Yep, she's gonna hit me with an arrow. I didn't run left, but there were also people coming from my left. I didn't shoot the arrow and died for it. But more specifically, our draft, we got Johanna and Li Ming early. So when the enemy team doesn't pick Zul, obviously my brain is just like, hell yeah, I'll pick Zul. But when Johanna groups people up, Zul has the ability to use his Cursed Strikes, his W, to really wreck the living shit out of them. And that is going to reduce attack speed, that is going to do damage, that's going to heal Zul, and later on in the game as well, it's also going to reduce damage of the people with the talent weaken. Now, being that Zeratul is a lot of melee damage, he's also going to be in melee range using his cleave. Muradin also wants to do a lot of punchy damage. Imperius especially wants to hit with his autos as his marks are up, so the less autoing he can do there, the happier our team is going to be. Because Imperius, I think, is also pretty busted tier, you know. But all that being out of the way, that's mainly how you use Cursed Strikes. You want to be up front, you want to be slapping as many people as you can to get maximum value, because that, I think, is the best build for Zul at the moment. That does not mean that the rest of his kit is bad by any means, though. His Spectral Scythe, his Q, like we mentioned earlier, now spawns skeletons when you hit heroes with it. And since you're going to be using your Bone Prison, your E, to make people stand still in team fights, you're going to get free skeletons out of that. And the skeletons do good damage. They do very, very good damage. I think, let's see. 27 damage, lasts up to 12 seconds. And then when they die, they do damage as well. So when they explode after death, they're going to do damage. Depending on how many of them you have, we're going to save that out. Unrelated thought. Depending on how many skeletal warriors you have, you could potentially do a lot of fucking burst damage. Yeah, but that's just how skeletons work now. And then they always focus the target that is in the bone prison. Bone prison? Bone prison. So when you root someone, after you've hit them with your Q, you don't even have to necessarily hit them with your Q. You can hit them while they are prisoned, and the skeletons will focus them. I think there are 2 builds for Zul. The one being the Cursed Strikes build, and then this, which is what we're taking in this build, or in this video. And then there is the Spectral Scythe build. Oh god, let me live! I need to... Oh, there we go. So the Q build is a bit different. I don't necessarily believe that Reaper's Toll is the one that you pick there either. I think Jailers may actually be better. And what Jailers will do is just create more skeletons around your root target. Oh, Joe, can you get him? Joe, are you available? We're walking towards them right now because we have our shield up. If we want it to do as much damage as... I'm going to die. That's a spear from the bush that I can't pay attention to. Yeah, Leoric was soaking. That's great. I guess it's our fault for not paying attention to the Leoric. The curse point wasn't really a priority. Maybe he was trying to get 10. I don't know. Let's... yeah, whatever. Hindsight's 20/20. Anyway, the Q build would be something like Jailers, probably Trighoul's Essence, whatever, Alt, Echoes of Death, Decrepify, and Mortal Wound, or maybe the Alt upgrade. Xul has options at 20. Anyway, we're not focusing on the Q build for this. Q build is definitely a later game scaling, for sure. W build is just kind of even keel power level, but is always going to be strong. As long as you're drafting correctly, right? Enemy team has a lot of melee. It just works for us. But, more on to this build specifically and how, holy shit, I dodged the spear without even thinking about the spear. We can mention more of the talents. Oh, that in tune. Buddy, I take back everything I said about what you were doing earlier. I'm going to not die. I'm perfectly safe. I knew it the whole time. Right, but the build itself, since we have the Leoric rather than another DPS character, I went for the Backlash. Backlash at level 1 is on a 30-second cooldown with your bone armor, but as long as you are near a person, he wants it. I also want it, but all I can do is make skeletons. I don't have any cooldowns. Sorry. Backlash I wanted for the 12% maximum health damage because I wasn't sure necessarily if Li Ming was going to get into reset range without that damage. So, typically what I would do is pick up Shackler. Shackler is going to give us much more often shield because hitting slowed targets and rooted targets is going to be much easier with our Cursed Strike. It's going to reduce that cooldown stupid hard, which I found out, you know, in later games. I don't play much Xul because I really shy away from busted heroes. But that's something I think I have to get over because playing good heroes is just the good thing to do. But anyway, there you have it. That's the functioning reason for the Backlash talent at level 1. Typically, you're going to take Shackler. Shade also has its very niche uses, but it should go Shackler, Backlash, Shade. As far as level 4 goes, everything that has this icon, the Grim Scythe icon, the W icon, is going to be the ability that you want. Reducing the cooldown early on is very, very important. It's going to help your wave clear massively. It is going to help your team fights massively. And it's just going to make the ability that much more powerful. I can't do anything. There it is. Now the Void Prison is down. We got the... Fuck yeah. We got the Imperious with the Poison Nova. No mana left. Gonna have to leave now. That is one of the drawbacks to this build. Because your Cursed Strikes are up so often, they are going to eat so much mana. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe I need to hit something first, because the cooldown's not there. I mean, the mana cost isn't there. It's lit up at the moment, see? But there's no mana cost. I know it has a mana cost. there it is. Okay. That's fucking weird. 50. 55, 70. Bone Prison's the worst, obviously. But being able to hit Cursed Strikes every time you need it, essentially, like whenever you're in a team fight, for the entirety of the team fight, you're going to spend anywhere from 100 to 200 mana, right? So just keep an eye on your mana bar. It's how you're going to be able to use the one ability that you need to, which is your entire build anyway. But that tangent aside, we're going to pick up, well, the cooldown reduction goes up to 12 seconds. It is a 16-second cooldown. You can see the duration, 4 seconds. It basically resets the talent entirely. So as long as you keep slapping W and you keep hitting people, you're going to have it up. Harvest Vitality, the whole reason, again, for this talent is so that you can stand in front, hit more people with your Cursed Strikes, and just hang there. Just eat damage, slow people down, stop them from hurting others, just doing lots of AoE raucous bullshit with Zool. So you need the heal to do that. I know everybody likes other stuff, like Trag'Oul's Essence. Again, you have to build specifically for this, and I don't think Wall of Bones is ever going to be good enough to outdo Harvest Vitality. I guess in specific situations where you're not going to be hitting as many people, but in that case, don't build for Cursed Strikes. Just build for Spectral Sight, you know? Oof! Another huge, well, not huge Entomb. There's the Crystal Aegis to try to save the Muradin. He's the only person locked in here right now. We're just trying to get... Alright, that's 4 of us in a VP. Zeratul is the only one on his team ready to do anything about it, though. So, here we are. Perfect. Perfect timing for our team. That's just... his entire team decided to run away for some fucking reason. I have no idea why. No idea why. Let's see. Right, and then Poison Nova. I just absolutely fucking love Poison Nova. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to use Skeletal Mages, because they never seem to slow enough. They never seem to cut off the chokes that I need them to enough. They never really do what I need them to do. And they all kind of die to AoE damage. And maybe it's just too many bad experiences with the ult, but Poison Nova, I can just run up to the front line, make the enemy team clump around me, and then explode my juices all over them so that they die. It's just, I just like it too much. But ultimately, both the ultimates are see what I did there, are usable. It just kind of depends on your preference and how best you can make them effective. At 13, Rapid Harvest is a no-brainer. When you are using your Cursed Strikes, your Rapid Harvest is going to increase your attack speed by 5% every time that you hit a person. So, your attack speed is going to fucking skyrocket, and it's not just heroes. It works with minions, camps, everything. Your attack speed goes absolutely through the fucking roof. And considering how low the cooldown is for your W because of all your other talents, and how much healing you're going to get because of all your other talents, it's just like you have to pick it. You have to pick it. Which, from a design perspective, I mean, let's be real. Is that what they wanted? They certainly have. I want to hit him through the gate, but I can't. Bummer. Actual bummer. Our attack range is not enough to go through a wall. Sad day. Oh, Imperi's going over the wall. He's like, fuck this, man. I can still get him with the Bone Prison. There's no keep here. Let's kill the Muradin. We're going to pop our shield just to make sure, but we didn't even need it. Johanna and Zool getting the kills. That's how we do it. We got 2, really. Oh, wow, look at our damage, though. Top 3 in the whole fucking game. Nuts. Character is fucking nuts. Yeah, there's Rapid Harvest. I don't need to tell you why. That's good. anymore. Weaken is what we picked up at 16. There is cases to be made for the other 16 talents too. I like Weaken because the amount of melee on the other team with Imperius, with Zeratul, with Muradin, and then potentially hitting Vala with some AoE as well. Leoric down. Is going to reduce their damage by 40%. That's people getting hit by skeletons too, which is fucking nuts. Because if they're rooted, obviously, skeletons are just going to go after them. If we're fighting in a lane, there's going to be lots of skeletons. If I hit them with the Q, there's going to be skeletons. So skeletons plus W plus weaken means enemy team doesn't deal damage. And then we're just healing for all the pathetic damage that they do. That's just like, think about how good that is. There's a VP on our healer, but I don't think that we much care. I'm going to hide in the VP myself just to avoid a little bit of damage while we're waiting on her Crystal Aegis to save the Muradin, but I don't know if that's entirely worth it. We've still got the team split off here a bit. Leoric is going to take down Imperius, and I think it's just time for our team to end the game. End the game. He blinked that blessed shield. Wow. That was fucking incredible. I don't know if that was intentional, but that was amazing. That was actually amazing. At 20, we just took the ult upgrade for Poison Nova. If you're picking it, you basically have a decision to make. Do you need the healing? Which I don't think we did. But we also get more damage because the duration is increased for the poison, which is good. And in situations where you're taking Poison Nova, you should essentially be taking more damage from frontline. Oh my god, the polymorph! Please! Alright, well, Leoric's dead. I need to get the fuck away. We're okay. Muradin jumping in on our healer. I really don't want her to die, but I don't know if there's anything that we could do to save her. Gonna rip that fucking Poison Nova and do as much damage as possible here. Oh, I'm just making space at this point. I need my Joe and my Li Ming to make it out. It's really difficult for Imperius to kill us, apparently. Oh, we've got the slow from our buddy Leoric as he's a ghost. We're going to get some heals back. We've got our shield down. Not able to survive any longer. The enemy team really doing a whole bunch of circle chasing while our Li Ming and our Johanna get fucking Leoric just gets the Ariel kill. There's the objective. I don't even know. I don't think we're going to make it back for the building. I think it's just... Here we are. But anyway, the 20 point I was making. You take Andariel's Visage for the healing. It just makes you tankier as a frontliner with Zul. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to make it back here in time. Mortal Wound is what you take when the enemy team's frontline is a lot healthier due to healing. Whether that's through their own self-sustain, their healer, blah, blah, blah. It's very easy. Why are we back here? I want to focus on this. Maybe we just... Yeah, that's fine. The game is... Oh, ooh. That VP is just completely failing him. VP is a team fight ultimate, by the way. So if your team isn't making the team fights happen around VP, there's just really nothing else that you can do. Yeah. They're trying to clean up the kills right now, but Johanna's already on the core, so she's just going to live through everything anyway and finish the game off. There's catapults too. We're just not going to lose. So it's anticlimactic from my perspective as Zul, but I don't know why it kept coming back. That's weird. Weird camera stuff going on for sure. 7 Merc camps, I'll take it. Oh, 3 deaths, 2 kills. Here's the damage though. Where did we end up? Still 3rd in the game. Really, really hot stuff. And I think that is entirely because of the Poison Nova. The other talent at 20 that you can pick up is going to be Kalen's Edict. And what that means is that you are going to reduce the cooldown of your ultimate by 1% for every skeleton that you raise. The amount of skeletons that you raise from clearing lanes is nuts. The amount of skeletons that you raise from hitting people with your Q is nuts. The amount of... Well, if you took jailers, the amount of skeletons that you can raise from that is also just 2% right off the top. It's fucking lit. So, if you're thinking about what you need to think about, well, Imperius didn't even take a 20. Didn't even bother. Also built his character like shit. What? The decision that you're making at 20 is, do you need more healing? Do you need to be more tanky for the ult upgrade? Do you want to reduce healing because that's what's killing you in prolonged fights from the enemy team? Or do you take cooldown reduction because you don't need either of those things? You just need to do more damage more often with your ultimate. And that's essentially how you decide what to do with 20 with Zool. Everything else, just pick that W icon and then fucking run at them. Your level 1 talent, obviously there's decisions to make there too, but I've taken up enough of your time today. Hopefully you got something out of this, and let me know in the comments what you think. I'll be back tomorrow with some more probably ranked play. We are going to address the Cassia changes this week, but that's probably going to be towards the end. I know she's pretty fucking OP now. It's going to be good. Just you wait. Anyway, feel free to like, subscribe, do however many YouTube things you're actually feeling up to, and I will be back next time with some more fancy stuff to teach you. Bye.